how old were you when you realized that you had a gift?
I
Or
was
that you
really
had a
young.
calling?
I was really young.
Hmm.
So I'd have to say in the single digits.
Hmm.
However, I didn't fully understand them. I just knew
Right.
I had something was unique. I just knew I was kind of a unique kid. So now as an adult, I say I was a mutant freak, and I am literally a mutant because I have two different color eyes. So I actually have a mutation with my eyes.
I'm a
So
mutant too. I have a mutant gene, the LMX1B. So,
mutation is basically just eye color. I have two different color eyes.
cool. Very
So I
cool.
have so my interesting story of how I share it with people is basically my mother had one set of color eyes, and my father had another set, and they couldn't decide which the one they wanted me to have, so I ended up with one of each.
Very cool. So, all right. So, when did you start? What did you choose to kind of step into your role? And was there something that precipitated it, or was it just something that you'd been called to for a long time and just decided it was time?
Well, basically, from basically a lot of times when someone becomes a wise one or a shaman, they usually have some kind of traumatic thing happen to them. So at a very young age, I've dealt with a lot of things. However, as I got older, I knew something wasn't normal in the sense of I could see things and I can hear things, I can smell different things, um, different information. I can smell death, for example, an illness at the time when I was younger. I would know when someone's close to death at a very young age. And I can remember as young as 5 years old knowing this and just knowing, just have this inner knowing of things. So when I actually started to truly apply it was when I was in my teens. And that's when I actually started really helping people at that point. And I didn't realize what was going on until after in my personal development, my own personal journey, I realized, wow, there are a lot of people out there that are like me that would really could benefit from someone that is out of the box and someone that isn't the norm that can relate to them.
Hmm.
So at that point, I started from in my personal study of meditation and Tai Chi and movement and all of those things and energy work. I then started to get formally trained because it was already inside me. So it was basically kind of me discovering or rediscovering the gifts and get formal training of them. So at that point, I became, Reiki master teacher and I went to magnified healing, became master teacher of that, hypnotherapist, multiple specialties in hypnotherapy, and then going on and on and on with the training and doing shamanic work and learning all about that as well, meditation. And so that's how I became, so all formal education kicked in. And then I was like, okay. So then I started actually working with people at a young age. And a lot of the people I worked with were actually well older than me,
Oh
which is
yeah.
weird, which is very weird for someone to say, oh yeah, I'm having someone come over, and he's going to help me with processing of things and whatnot, doing inner work. And he's 12 years younger than me, 15 years younger than me. So it's kind of interesting. Even though the wisdom was already there at a very young age, people would never be able to wrap their head around someone 12, 13
Hmm.
being that wise.
Yeah.
So I had to wait till I was 17, 18, 19, 20, onward to start doing that.
Hmm.
So it was very interesting. It was an interesting journey for me, and I'm still on it. I'm still on a journey.